Thank you. Please log in now. Sorry, please turn on your camera, sorry. All right. Today is a new things to share with you as let me see. Nope, not this one. I think I'm sharing the wrong file. Hold on. Where's my file? Okay, it's here. Okay, the two ladies, please turn on your camera. Thank you. Wow, so fast already. Now it's in the March already. So today's lesson we'll talk about as a bit of SBQ and SRQ as well as some of the lesson. Okay. So let's move on. So same thing. So what have you learned from this lesson and how can you apply it and write two things that interest you as usual? Every lesson must do that. So I'm going to go strictly possible to go to whatever I predicted for 2023 this year for the issue for SBQ and SRQ. So later we're going to do the SRQ questions. Okay. Hi, Wang Kang. And Han Zhen, please turn on your camera. Thank you. Okay, what is environmental impact? Thank you. How can environment impact give the globalization an issue? Raymond?
Environmental impact. I read the thing.
No, wait. I think I bring it. Okay, this is the topic. That wait. Give me a minute. Yeah. Give me a minute. Okay, this one. So I stop here. I go to my PowerPoint. So please share. Where's my PowerPoint? Okay, here. Okay, you read this one and explain to me. Come.
Okay, environmental degradation. B, global warming. Global warming refers to the increase in the world's temperature where large amounts of greenhouse gases produced by increased usage of airplanes and ships. Factories and transportation also emit greenhouse gases, contributing to the increase in world average temperature, and it affects people's livelihoods and quality of living.
Give me one example that these environmental impacts can cause globalization issue. I start first. Manufacturing plant in Suzhou or in Shanghai, in Beijing, or in Ho Chi Minh City, or in Hanoi, in Vietnam, in Bangkok, in Jakarta. Okay, so it's a manufacturing where they burn the fossil fuels and then the chimney, all the gases. All the smoke, carbon monoxide. So you will affect the livelihood and the what you call the health issue in those city dwellers. Okay, back to you.
So
yeah.
Wait, am I supposed to say like the cause and the effect?
Anything, yes, anything. That's what you can think of. The rest also has a big part.
So first thing that comes to mind, right? Regarding the environmental impacts of that, with like regard to globalization, right, is that with like globalization, there is so-called exchange of goods and services, and in the process, for example, like there may be increased use of transportation, which may lead to like increased pollution, like land pollution, water pollution, air pollution, etc. And it may affect us in one way or another.
Then 不要飞啦，不要坐车咯，全部自己做你的生意，这样怎么办 ？You don't have transportation 怎么办？
I would say, good question. So maybe we can think of alternatives.
Stay at home, don't move out, don't on the electricity, everything. What? True not? Caught you off guard. You know about the Earth Day, Jia Ying and Wang Kang and Han Zhen and Gavin and Raymond. You know Earth Day? Earth Day is starting next month, 22nd of April, and which is one of my companies, also the founder who found this company, eco-friendly. So Earth Day is supposed to be go green, right, Raymond? Oh, do you know there's some people who fly all the concerts, all the celebrities, all the singer, and then they open up the field, they start to sing, start to enjoy life. At the end of the party, Gavin, everyone 拍拍屁股就回家了. Then on the floor, all the paper bags, the rubbish. Excuse me, you call this Earth Day? It doesn't make sense, right? Earth Day is supposed to take care. So I don't call you Mian Mian or don't call you Han Zhen. I'm very confused. Can you decide for me? 棉姐还是韩真真姐？OK OK 你终于笑了。OK OK， 那你要叫你什么？你跟我讲啦。你不要脸臭臭嘞。哎呀，你脸臭臭，等我脸什么？I see so angry already. Oh OK 啦 OK。I don't call you HZ. I call you M squared. 绵绵。Okay, so Raymond, the Earth Day itself is supposed to bring some good things to tell the world to be more eco-friendly, to less global warming lesser. But end of the Earth Day is supposed to be good things, but end up the causes of effect, right? Everyone's turn on the light, everything's people go to YouTube to watch the concert, all these things. Isn't it the same back to square one? Anyone can just imagine this is your exam paper. How are you going to answer? You see this one? Look at this one. You see this one? Can you imagine Raymond, Gavin, and me, Uncle Raymond, the three penguins represent us. Can you imagine Gavin is standing here? Gavin, you're too heavy. Come on, come to this side, come to this side. Raymond is not heavy. Come on, move to the iceberg. Can you imagine? You're so heavy, the iceberg down. Gavin, then you say, Uncle Raymond, are you saying I'm fat? No, you're not fat. You're plump. Gavin, don't get angry. Gavin. Okay. So joke aside, what do you think about all these features telling you a message? Seriously. Wow, the cities is submerging down. Yes, Gavin? Raymond? Anyone? Ready? Start with S, end with Y, inside got S, inside got T, inside got B, inside got A.
Oh, sustainability.
Thank you, sir. Write down. You are absolutely right. Sustainability. 棉姐，我每次看你进来都吃东西的，哇，看了都流口水。哎呀，要学嘛，你可怜都没有吃饭。OK。开玩笑. Okay, so sustainability is one that want to create the awareness like this one here. Okay, greatest awareness. Sustainable development is the key to further growth through conservations. So what got to do with this globalization? Because we need the sustainability. We need to provide enough energy. See, look now, look here. So not look down. Look here. Alternative energies. Okay, I start. Right? Hydropower. Stop me. Okay, Wang Kang, Mian Mian, and Jia Ying, and Gavin and Raymond, stop me if you are not sure what it is. Because they have got 104 slides. I'm doing my best to cover as many as I can. Okay, so take note of this one here. Please take note of this. It's very important if you can take the pictures. You see, based on globalization, okay, let's go through this a bit bigger. Hopefully you can see. Okay, so first of all, challenges. The economy slowed down by other countries due to what? Start with W. 3 alphabet only. Come on.
War.
Yes, write down. Got to do with war. Okay, so the war itself actually economy slowed down. Cause not only war, cause for start with H, end with R. Inside got G. No, start with H, end with start with H, end with R. Inside got G. The R is the last alphabet. What man is an angry man? Come on. I'm testing you.
Hunger.
Yes, hunger. War, hunger, and one more. Okay, start with T. Start with T. There are 3 T, my dear. All of you take note of these 3 T. This 3 T is very powerful. Those of you who are doing history, you will know this 3 T. Number 1, territory. Write down territory. Number 2, okay, trade. Trade, trade. Number 3 will be treaty. Remember, Gavin, you're doing history, right, my dear? Treaty of Versailles, remember? Is it true? Treaty of Versailles got to do with the trade, right? 对吗? Germany and Russia, all these things. Then they 不爽我，我不爽你，我们就打，打了最后怎么样？那个 Rhineland 对吗？是 territory 吗？他不是给 France 打去。Then my the other friend Hitler not happy, right? Want to take over, right? Correct. So they break away the Treaty of Versailles, 对不对? So you realize that this also links to social study, because the Treaty of Versailles. Oh, sorry, why am I talking Treaty of Versailles? See that? Sorry, Gavin. So you see, treaty here, you're talking about 3 alphabet, FTA. Jia Ying, what is FTA? Come on. What is FTA? Anyone can tell me what is FTA?
FaceTime.
FaceTime agreement. No, 对不起. Good at them, but not. Come on. Hey, you all must know this, leh. If you are doing econs for A level, free trade agreement. 对吗？记得吗？写下来 free trade agreement. 对吗 ？Raymond 有听过吗？有吗？有吗
？Not yet.
啊，王康有没有听过？王康有哦，free trade agreement 这个很重要，你记得吗？就是中国跟美国他们不要签约那个 free trade agreement. This free trade agreement lets Singapore to have a top of the rest. So Raymond, what happened is like those North Korea product or certain country that US embargo stop them, right? Okay, so they can go through Singapore and sell it to other parts of the country. Okay, something like that. So it's called free trade agreements. Okay, next, disease outbreak, we know this one. So this one, a lot of things to say. Disease outbreak, we know is COVID-19, Ebola, SARS, some of the disease like AIDS. Okay, now rise of India and China competitors. Yeah, this is very, very important. In fact, you know, there's called BRICS, BRICS. BRICS stand for Brazil, Russia, India, China, and South Africa. Right now, BRICS, Brazil, Russia, India, China, and South Africa. So they are coming out their own trades to fight against the other American counterparts. So they are coming out their own cryptocurrency. You know what's cryptocurrency? Their own currency, their own trades. So there's another group of competitors. That means to consumer is a good thing. So this is why it's called globalization. Next, we have maturing domestic economy. It's like Singapore is one of them. Okay, we are so mature enough that we have a selective of choice of goods and services right now. Maturing domestic economy is goods and services. Okay, the first one, ready? Are you ready? Start with B, end with ing. Inside got K. Gavin? Yes, Mimian? Mimian, please lah.
Start with B and then
End with ing. Inside got K.
barking. No.
Barking? No, it's not barking. 有没有加音效了？跟钱有关系的，跟钱有关系，跟 ATM 有关系，跟 cryptocurrency 有关系。Come on, what is that? Anyone?
Banking.
Thank you very much. Okay, Singapore has that's why you see, why banking? Why the Bank of Switzerland, Bank of Austria, Bank of Citibank, Hong Kong, Shanghai Bank, Bank of China, all these banks want to come to Singapore. They are because we have a matured system, the financial system. So it's called banking. You are absolutely right. Now, aging populations so in fact, there are a few more. Okay, we just talk banking. Now, aging populations oh my goodness, is everybody problems. In fact, Japan now has the most aging populations. So I just recently heard the news. Japan is now don't want to give birth. Just like China. You see, China 以前逼每个家庭 one child policy. Now, 拜托了，拜托王康绵绵嘉莹生多一点。你跟他讲，切，我才不生呢，我要养一只小可爱的狗，还是小可爱的 hamster， 我 very sad 王康。So you see, 当我新加坡也是一样。That time, Lee Kuan Yew was telling us 2 is enough. Then 如果你生第三个 got fine, got this and that, make life very difficult for the parents. But now you see, guys, not all the government policy are tip-top conditions. Not all the policy in Singapore is able to suit everyone, to tailor, well, not tailor-make everyone. So there's a problem. Now you see, 头痛了，怎么办呢？ Everyone's competing with one another, but they don't want to have the next generation to take over. So sorry, Raymond, Gavin, Wang Kang, and Mian Mian and Jia Yi. You got a very strong burdens to carry for the next 20 to 30 years of your life. So next, transnational terrorism. This is one of the worst. Out of so many, you can have the best of this one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is the one that you cannot control. Please take note. If there's a question asked about transnational terrorism, that is the worst. You always remember transnational terrorism is like peoples are not happy because their religions are being affected. Okay, that's why terrorism comes in. Okay, because they are being affected. Look at the Crusade War. Jia, you know what is a Crusade War? The war between the Muslim and the Christian. Okay, that is many donkey years ago. So this Crusade War, hi, Xing Yan. So this Crusade War has caused a very upheaval. Until today, there are people still not happy with the Christian not happy with the Muslim. Very sad. So this transnationalism, terrorism is a continuous things that we are looking at, because terrorism is where it will destroy everything that we are talking about here. So take note of this. So can we go one by one? Okay, I start first. Terrorism, the first one is also started off ready, political. Okay, who want to start first? The first person to start first is better. No? The last person will have less choices. So I start first. Terrorism affected the country due to political. 就是嘉英，我不喜欢你的 government， 你也不喜欢 government， 所以我就派人去你的国家这个 bubble， 你懂我意思吗？放炸弹炸你，跟你每个人哇死啊！不要去那个国家，那个 terrorist attraction 全部给 terrorist 炸坏了。说 political 吗？因为我政府跟你政府不合嘛 ，cannot see eye to eye. Next one, can anyone? Actually, I'm jumping my topics to chapter 10 and 11 already. So come. 都麦啊，你们谈一下，我抽烟一下哈。抽烟，这个是我的抽烟。Min Min was like, okay, Min Min, can you stop combing your hair in front of me? I know you're very pretty, so am I. I also can comb. Come on, what is that? Besides political, come on, guys.
Religion.
Thank you. Write down. Okay, so you're settled already. Whoever the last one, good luck to you. 哇，你很聪明啊，康康。你快点讲啊。Religion, come on, a lot lah. Seriously, it's more than 2, 6, 7. Yes, Gavin?
Races.
Yes, well done. Mian race. Write down. You are absolutely right. Actually, I don't like your color. You don't like my color. What's your problem with your color? When I can switch off the light, you can't see me. I just smile to you. Okay.
Economy.
Yes, awesome. You are right. Economy. So you don't want to let my things to sell to you, right? Okay, I get my people go to your place at boom. Correct. You know what I mean by boom, right? Terrorists, they put your bomb. So we got political, we got economical, we got race, we got religion. Well done, Jia Ying and Raymond.
Social issue.
Society.
Yes, social issue. Write down social issue. We are talking about upper, lower, middle class. Can you write down that upper, lower, middle class? Well done. Jia Ying, what about you?
I just now said social issue.
我教你那个 T， 我给你一个暗示 T got to do with T 的。Start with T。我刚才不是有给你3个 T 吗？对不对？你只要讲其中一个 T。trade sorry， 人家讲了 economy。Come on， 对吗 ？trade 就是economics 对吗
？treaty
给是 trade 不可以，哎呀，最后一个是 territory 啦，对不对？对吗 ？Do you realize that territory dispute is one of them? You know what happened 嘉颖 ？And it's very true 以色列跟巴勒斯坦Palestinian right？ 华文叫什么？巴勒斯坦You know, you realize Israel and Palestine as Raymond, you should know you are good in history. Do you know why they fight for this place called Jerusalem?
Because it's so-called the Holy Land.
It's my land, not your land. You come here, I bomb you. You bomb me, I bomb you.
Yeah, the Jews and all the others.
Yeah. Oh, well done. Raymond, not bad. You didn't take history.
Yeah, I didn't take history, but I'm interested, so I just read up on all the articles.
Oh, damn it, man! What a waste, man! Seriously, really, what a waste. Let me tell you, Jia, because of this Holy Land, they have been fighting. So there's a lot of terrorism. You know what happens? If you look at the war, Raymond will know in the 1950s. Okay, after World War II, Israel fight with six countries, and one Israeli tanking, one Israeli tanker versus 50 50tanker of the Arabs world. 就像好像叶问一个打10个。And guess what? The general won the war on Israel of 6 or 7 days. Singapore government, after that independent, he employed Israeli soldiers and generals to come and train our soldiers in Singapore. Because of their territory dispute, yes, what Raymond says is correct. The Holy Land. You know what's a Holy Land? Holy Land means they say that Jerusalem say that Jerusalem was that is where Jesus Christ was born. No. This one is my Muhammad, the God of Messiah born here. That is the Holy Land. That is the Holy Land from God. So they moved to Mecca. Mecca is another Holy Land. 嘉义很乱哦。嘉义 are you there? Can you hear me? So 很乱 right? So territory dispute 就是为了那个抢夺那个地方 you also can cause terrorism. So since you took over, right? Israel took over the land, right? You know what happened? The Palestinians will send people to terrorize the place. I tell you, that's why I heard. In Israel, every time when they go out to work, they will really kiss and hug their loved one goodbye. You know why? They do not know whether they will come back alive. I'm telling you, seriously. You know why? Because anytime when they take a bus, take a public transport, there will be some people who will carry their whole body with bond and go inside and pagaboom. That is how serious. So they are girls, Israeli soldiers, the girls and boys, if I'm not mistaken, the girls also have to do NS. Okay? And not only that, in the whole world, Jews is considered one of the most talented human beings on earth. Very good example is Albert Einstein, my cousin. Yeah, okay. You got problem? Raymond? You got problem? Okay, so Albert Einstein is one of them. So you realize during World War II, a lot of Jews from Russia, from Europe, ran all the way to US. Okay, so terrorism. Well done, write down. Terrorism. Okay, there are a lot more. So move on to the next one. So strategy to maximize. Gavin, your turn.
Diversifying the economy, technology intensive, high value added manufacturing, regional hub for services, education, nurturing the growth of small and medium enterprises, SMEs, venturing abroad, expanding market reach through economic cooperation, managing resource efficiently, developing people, attracting foreign talents, managing the environment.
All these thank you so much, Kelvin. Remember, Uncle Kelvin, remember my 5M, M for Malaysia, the M. Remember the 5M? Can you still remember what are the 5M, Kelvin? Milkshake, McDonald's. No, Mian say no. So what is the 5M? Quick, can everyone just five of you, each one say 1M? Hurry up. One time. Sorry?
Wait, money.
Yes, one of them is money. Well done. The other four, come on. One come.
Malayan.
Malayan, thank you, Malayan. Yes, Raymond?
I said market.
Market will be the highest one. No, not market. Yeah, it's correct. It's one of the M, but not here. Jia Ying?
Machine.
Yes, well done. Money, machine, yes. 3 more M. Wang Kang?
Management.
Management, well done. 2 more M. Attracting foreign talents got to do with what, Gavin?
Globalization.
No, M lah, my dear, M lah. Manpower. Manpower. Raymond, the last M will be material. Realize that? So it's economic. So you don't forget about this. Just remember this 5M. This 5M is actually in the art of war, Sun Tzu Bing Fa. Of course, the market, Raymond, that is the advanced M already. We are talking about the market. We are talking about the motivation, maneuvering, and manipulations. And also the other M will be more on what is the M of the last M? The maturity of the market, yes, correct. All right, so we don't talk about that first. We talk about the basic 5M. So this is one we're talking about here. So SME, we got to do the management. You're right, Wang Kang. These are all the people 就是自己出来做老板，然后他要找人吗？ There's the management, people, manpower. 然后他要 develop people 吗？ How they develop? They have to use money to buy them, right? To come here to Singapore to work. So how to have value-added manufacturing? Of course, you need machine 吗？对吗？嘉颖 we need the high-end machines that people will come and invest. So we have the goods like cyber securities products, prevents hacker, all these things. Then educations, of course, the people, the management, the money, the material that we build, the infrastructures of this particular country here. Back to you, Kevin.
Okay. A, technology incentive, high value added manufacturing. Life sciences, genetics, new medical treatments. Gene therapy, new drugs, genetically modified food products. Setting up supporting institutions like A*STAR, IMCB, Institute of Molecular and Cell Biology.
Write down, the A*STAR and this it ever came up in the source-based question. A*STAR is the one now at the Buona Vista, the MRT that side, the Biopolis hub, and help support biomedical, which is why we came up with the COVID-19, the test kit. Thank you, Gavin. Okay, diversity, one carry on, Gavin.
Okay. Diversifying the economy. A technology incentive, high value added manufacturing. Apart from encouraging R&D, Singapore continues to attract TNCs to set up their high
Write
value.
down transnational company. That means multinational company. You will ever see this word in some of the SPQ or SRQ. It's called transnational companies. Carry on.
To set up their high value added manufacturing activities. Example, Seagate, generate jobs, affirm Singapore's position as a manufacturing hub.
You see, last time my brother-in-law office is in Woodland. Beside the office, there's this big company called Seagate. And do you know what Seagate doing? Seagate is actually manufacturing the hard disk of each computer. Seagate is the manufacturer of hard disk and some of the equipment inside the computers. You know, that time when I kepo, you know what's kepo? I busybody, I go and talk to the people there. You know, every day, there will be three buses loaded about, no, 6, 3 or 6. All are for Malaysian, okay? 马来西亚的公民从 JB 就是来佛州他们会坐 bus 直接来到玉兰，无人英文叫什么？玉兰吗？无人是什么？
乌兰
对，乌兰的那个 Seagate， 在那个 Seagate 那边坐12个小时嘞，来到车呢 come here all the way just to work. Can you imagine? Okay, it's a very, very boring job, Jia and Wang Kai. It's super boring. You just sit there and just do a very manufacturing, very boring, monotonous job, very mundane job. So during the COVID now, because they cannot come in, right? Because lockdown, right? Can you imagine Seagate 浪费了多少钱? Can you imagine the 6 loaded buses of all the production worker? They call the blue collar. Blue collar 就是他的工钱很低的。They cannot come to work overnight. You see, the Singapore economy is seriously affected. So if you want to give an example, guys, Seagate is one of them. Okay, this Seagate is super because Singapore is manufacturing companies. Okay, in terms of that. Take note, Jia Ying, did your teacher mention this to you before? Wang Kang 有吗？没有。Okay, Raymond 有吗？ No, now you know Seagate very, very popular, seriously, because I used to work that place nearby the Seagate. In fact, now they are there in Woodland. Okay, so this one, yeah. Back to you. May I have back to Mian? Are you able to read? Okay, you're eating, never mind. Wang Kang, can you read to the class, please? Diversifying the economy.
Diversifying the economy. Regional hub for services education. Complementing local universities, leading international universities have set up branches in Singapore. UPenn's Wharton School of Business, Chicago Graduate School of Business, Shanghai Jiao Tong University. Strong university sector which attracts.
Yale University is in US. And all these universities are coming. In fact, some of my ex-students, I'm so very proud to share with you. Some of them are now in US. Some of them already graduate from US. That means they are from NUS. They got this internship for 6 months, 3 months, or 1 year, going there to California, to Silicon Valley. Silicon Valleys are all the IT. If you call Silicon Valley, it's like all the IT companies are there, like we are talking about. Okay, sorry, Yahoo and Google are not there, but all the Dell computers. What else? Which computer is there? HP computer. So you see, you realize this is where Singapore are building the hub. And thanks to all of you here, all of you here, one day you'll be getting out of Singapore to go other parts of the world because they want to buy your brain. Seriously, means that they want to employ you. Okay, I've been there before already. I went to China. I went to Thailand, Malaysia. Yeah, these are the countries. Other than that, I supposed to go to Dubai, but I did not go there and teach. So I missed my home, so I did not go. England, of course, I went there to study before, but you can see that the diversities of these places. Or I went to Indonesia as well. So you can see that this is where the world is an oyster. You see this globalization. Singapore is a very small market. Seriously, so small. It's just that we happen that we are grooming talents, leaders like you all. So it's so small that there is no way that people will come to Singapore and keep investing. Seriously, if there's nothing to be invested, nothing to cheer off, and nothing to say good about it, then sorry, bye-bye. We're going to move to another country. Why? Look at this one. If we do not have the infrastructures, okay, this is actually a French. This one is of course US. This one I can't remember what school is that. And then here, okay, these are all the university that's in here, and that's where, okay, so of course this is tourists. Okay, sorry, Wang Kang.
Regional hub for services, tourism, generate economic growth. Two integrated resorts were built in Marina Bay and Sentosa. Stiff competition from other countries as tourist destinations. Singapore cannot offer natural tourist attractions, and so must offer innovative man-made attractions to attract tourists. What's in the news this week? Investment of capital by investors, jobs and economic growth.
So how? So if Wang Kang, when they were building these two resort, which got casino, right? It's casino, right? Oh, this is a dubo. My church friend told me to write a petition to the government of Wang Kang to say stop it, do not create this casino. I refuse to sign. I refuse to say, no, how come you refuse? You must sign. You cannot accept all this gambling. Kevin, if my downside got land gaming shop, does it mean I will play land gaming shop there? You get me now? If downstairs they sell a lot of beers, do you think I would want to buy beers if I'm not an alcoholic person? Get me now? So it's a temptations. Do you know, like Wang Kang, you go to this casino, Singaporean have to pay $100 to enter. You know that? You all know that, Jia Ying? Do you know that, Raymond? Gavin? So if you are not Singaporean citizen, they don't mind. But if you are Singaporean citizen of Wang Kang, the moment you go in, they check your IC, you have to, 你还没有赌博，你就要给100块。So Jia Ying, there are some gamble addict. Their family member can put their name there to ban them from going these two casinos. Okay? So you must take note. It's one of the topics it came up before. Seriously, 老师没有讲哦。Okay, so this is true. And no, seriously, your teachers and like me, I'm doing my police job. I cannot happily like tomorrow I go to casino and go in, pay $100 and gamble. No, next day if they found out 嘉颖，我会去喝咖啡。My officer asked me, Raymond, how come you go there and play gambling? We must get permission first. No, you know how strict it is. It's very strict. No, they will give me warning. And then the second time like that, that's it. I'll be out of the police force. Same as the teacher. 所谓不可以误人子弟嘛，对吗？要做一个好榜样。那老师去 gambling 去 MBS 赌博doesn't make sense 对吗？嘉颖 something wrong。所以你是说没有因为我的亲戚朋友从外国来，我带他们进去then you must show proof that's where you're cross referencing already. You get me now? then 这是我的 father-in-law from China， 我的 mother-in-law 他有带他们进去，因为他们去看看，OK， but they will still already give you putting you on the radar already. So this is where you see Singapore has put in place children a lot of criteria to prevent Singaporean to become a gambling addict, to go into these two IR. But you see, you realize all these IR create a lot of tourism. People came to Singapore and gamble. Why? In the past, why? And you don't know after. Do you know now? After this MBS bill, about 2 years later or 3 years, it helps Singapore to earn about $14 million. 14, no, $14 million. No, you know it's a lot, no, Jia Ying. And this money is not going to the government pocket money. They give the money to the poor, to the FAS, to the GST voucher, to really to spread, to give, like, you know, like Robin Hood, to give the money to the poor and help the poor and help to build like school. Like now you all got a PDL or PLD. Do you have PLD? Now I know you know Singapore governments give you PLD, but you pay a bit, right? You know your PLD sometimes it costs $1,000, but it got subsidized, 对吗？嘉颖 one good example 就是 EduSave， 就是从这些钱他们tax来，他们把每个学生都有 EduSave。还有那些老人家没有那个 Medisave， 你懂要看医生 ，right？ You give them to Medisave as well. Also 你要记住这些东西because later on if you are going to JC, you are doing project, all these things, it would really help you. Okay, take note. But don't worry if you are going to JC or anything, anytime, in fact, some of my students who are in JC and Poly, they still WhatsApp me, hey, Uncle Raymond, I got this project, can you help me or go through this? I'm more glad to help you. Don't worry. Okay, so this one, you see, SME talents, yes. One of my Indian friend, Gavin, one of my Indian friends who came here to Singapore to get a few awards. In fact, it's very true. Okay, you don't just only help Singaporeans, but you also give awards for talent because you know why? Gavin, these people who come to Singapore also employ us, correct? As part of the workforce. So how can you be xenophobia to disallow all the foreigners not to come to Singapore? They also create a lot of things, correct? Not true not? 没有他们怎么办? Then you don't foreigners come here also have to buy look for houses to stay, correct? Some of them rent out their houses. Okay. So this is Polar Cafe, nurturing a small MNC. Okay, this is nothing much. Okay, this is just to give you some ideas. Okay, Charles and Keith. You know about recently got this Charles and Keith issue, Jiaying, about this girl. Remember Jiaying? One guy, you know, right?
No, she's the ambassador. The brand ambassador already.
And by the way, this is recording. Charles was formerly my ex-student in my previous school. Charles was formerly in my previous school, seriously. Okay, I even took a picture with him. So, but it's my ex teacher's student. So I'm very proud to say that. Okay, and he's a very humble guy. Okay, he came in for the, you know, we every year got this Founders Day, you know, like what you call speech day, right? Your school calls speech day, right? So my school is a Christian school, so we call Founders Day. She came, and she donated Charles and Keith voucher, the voucher to put under the chair below, and then see whoever is lucky got the voucher $50 to buy some things. So this is a local brand, Charles and Keith. Who knows, Gavin and Raymond's brand, maybe the two of you become partners and come out something. Or Jiang and Wang Kan come out something. Or Mei come out and other products. You never know, right? So this is where remember SME stands for small medium enterprise. I won't say, honestly, Gavin, I won't say Charles and Keith cannot fight with other brands like LV. It's just because they are LV and Gucci and Chanel, all these brands, Yves Saint Laurent, Ralph Lauren, these are all European names. Who say, do you know now some China brand like Miu Miu? Was there this called Miu Miu? Is there a brand called Miu Miu? You think Miu Miu? I think it's also from, actually it's a China designer who came out with this brand. But because you see, you realize, I don't know, I may be wrong, maybe they are very anti-Asian. Agree? Anti-Asian. So they don't want us Asian to be so famous and popular to compare with LV. Agree or Wang Kang? Agree?
Yeah, but Charles and Keith is apparently under the same company as Gucci.
Yeah, but do you know if you are Amor, you know it's Amor, right? The Lao Wai. Do you want to carry CK, Charles and Keith, or Gucci, or Louis Vuitton? You know what I mean? If you carry Charles and Keith, you go to, okay, let's say one time you married, one day you and your husband bought a Charles and Keith bag, very expensive one. Then you go to Italy, shopping. What is this brand? Never heard before. But you carry LV and Chanel. Wow, Chanel is the best, you know, right, Chanel? You should know, okay? Because I can see, some of my students, the mommy carry Chanel. Wow, was like, oh my gosh. You see, 王康你怎么讲？怎么打出那品牌 ？Very easy. It's all about branding and marketing. Very easy. You know, last time Charles and Keith, nobody want to buy things from them. Same thing at Wang Kang. You ask your daddy, mommy, and if your 爷爷奶奶 is in overseas, one day you go and visit your 爷爷奶奶 you ask 爷爷奶奶，你听过熊猫牌的那个 camera 吗？听过吗？有没有听过？你们有没有听过熊猫牌？还有一个长城牌嘞。When you know you laughing already, Wang Kang. 40 years ago, my uncle bought the China camera. People say, "Oh my God, China, made in China." Oh my God. Hey, hello, excuse me. Now Oppo, my whole in front of my desk, Oppo, Xiaomi, Huawei, Lenovo, all made in China. I'm waiting for made in China car. Because you know, Wang Kang, when Korea started Hyundai, and Kia 8 car, nobody want to buy their car. No. Today you see their car? True not? It's a matter of the perceptions. Okay, you write down. It's a matter of perception and a matter of generations of the ideologies and propaganda. The perception is very important. Seriously. It's how your services, your teacher will never teach you this unless you're doing branding and marketing. And I was teaching in a diploma course, okay, in a private school. We are talking about communication skill and negotiation skill. Sorry, since you're asking me, Charles and Keith are equivalent to Gucci. No way. A lot of people will tell you, one can go and fly kite, where got same. You see, their mindset is like that. I don't say I don't agree with you, one can, but you have to understand, you know, it takes a 1 or 2 generation to perceptions of brand to be like that. You get what I mean? Now, thanks to this girl who really dare to be it, and people support it. Can you imagine if this Charles and Keith don't want to come out and support? Yeah, we are like that. Now you understand with me? Then forever, Charles and Keith, the brand will be sayonara. You know Bata, B-A-T-A, Bata, the shoe? You know Bata, right? You know what they call Bata stand for? Buy and throw away. Bata, buy and throw away, right, Jia Ying? You know, I went to Ang Mo Kio that day for my tuition. I saw that Bata shop. Since I was staying there in 10 over years, finally the Bata shop closed down. Why? Last time we got this second chance clothes. Why? Why they closed down? You see, it's all about your perception and how you train the people to improve the value of the quality. You know this bread talk, and you know this Mei Zhen Xiang, right? Do you know Mei Zhen Xiang now is in London? You know Mei Zhen Xiang, right? 那个肉干. Why? You see, right now, if you want to study, branding and marketing is very important. Okay? 品牌很重要.
How about Old Chang Kee?
Sorry?
Old Chang Kee is also in London.
Yes, Old Chang Kee. Even 那个 Lhasa 的那个 gravy 也是在外国卖. It's a perception. You know what? Now you understand why Singapore allow all these foreigners to come to Singapore. So imagine one day you fly to New York. So I heard you studying in Singapore for many years. What do you think about the culture there? So if you really don't like Singapore, like example, Singapore sucks, man. Singapore is a lousy country. Cannot make it one study like hell. Every day study. You see, my hair also white already. That's why I come to New York. Because I like New York. Statue of Liberty. Okay, I'm just kidding. Don't get angry. I see. Maybe already oh my God, seriously, Uncle. Of course, you're saying, well, as you can see, so the moment you touch down and you give your presentations to the board of directors, I tell you, people will link in Singapore. Wow, this is the product made in Singapore. The applications. Therefore, I think I will send you as a representative of this company here. You set the base there. You'll be the general manager. You help me to recruit the 5M. You do the job. Now you get it. That's where you start to slowly. Can I use the word SSD? Slowly, surely, and definitely. It's a matter of time. Trust me. It's a matter of time. I've been working a few retail company, and now I'm helping my friend. If you are free, this next few holiday, I will send out the message to all of you. I'm setting up my new shop in Harbourfront. Okay, so I will let you know the details. So this is where maybe you can see how I use whatever I'm teaching to in the real life. Now, this is problem faced by SME, unable to compete with big corporations. So you see, one card. Since Charles & Keith was a very small brand, you see, can you read to the class? One card.
Problems faced by SMEs. Unable to compete with big corporations due to the lack of resources. For example, small furniture shop versus IKEA. Lack expertise in using advanced technology. Family-run business. Shortage of skilled personnel. Small domestic market.
你听过这句话吗？福不过三代，听过吗？
不是，应该是富不过三代，你的福音。
富哈，富的富那个富哈，富，at least 差不多了哈差不多 at least 英文老师大概懂得讲富，再一次怎么讲？
是第四声。
再讲一次给我听好吗？
富不过三代。
富不过三代，我听不到你在讲什么。很快，富不过三代，你以为你是本人啊？你可以慢慢讲嘛。再讲一次，不要讲。OK，Raymond，你帮我讲，怎么读啊？佳音怎么讲？
富不过三代。
copycat。
路啊，
富不过三代。
the F
富有
and
的
the
富对
U。
吗？富有的富对不对？啊，富不过三代哈。
Yes。
啊，富不过三代，这句话真的很有意思嘞。你懂吗？佳音，我亲眼看过啊，我朋友他的父亲 pass 给他的孩子 sayonara， 他的爷爷 pass 给他的 father， 他 father pass 给孩子 sayonara。That's why 第四代拜拜 ，I'm not interested. I want to do this. I want to be a YouTuber. I want to be an influencer. I want to do a designer. I want to do a banking. Very sad, huh? So this is very true. So how now you understand why the American companies like I formerly I work in Siemens mattress. Okay, if you know this Siemens mattress is actually a very, very big name in the whole of it. It's already 100 years now. Siemens was actually by the names of this founder. And in Europe, let me share with you, they don't usually pass their business to their families. They will pass to whoever they are able to maintain a family, the business.
I think it's the Siemens is pronounced is not pronounced, but it's spelled SIEMONS.
No, this one not the Siemens as the sperm.
Oh, not that one. Okay.
No,
yeah, because I thought it's the German company.
No, this is also a German company. You are right. That one SIEMENS is a semiconductor. It's a semiconductor. You are right. I used to work there before. Okay, I used to work there. And this Siemens is mattress. You can Google it. You will see Siemens mattress. Okay, there's one that the bowling ball drop down on the mattress, then you can sleep very well. So the one SIEMENS is a semiconductor. Okay, and the SAP is a software that run the entire financial business. SAP. So you realize that it's very big. They all started from small company. Children, they are all started from very small. KFC also started from Colonel, right? You know, KFC, one person. IKEA also started from the father and the son. You know right? You know about the history of IKEA? They started Lego. Lego is also started from a small company. Today got multinational company. Do you realize that all the big companies, they started from one-man show, two-man show until they grow into big one? You know HP computer, right? Hewlett-Packard is named after two founders. Do you know that? Hewlett-Packard. It's called Hewlett-Packard. I don't know, it's Daniel Hewlett and Peter Packard, something. You can Google it. Hewlett-Packard is actually two founders that come up this idea. Michael Dell Computer is named after the founder of Michael Dell. Okay, so take note, All right. I don't know why you're laughing at me. My example so funny.
No. I laughing at my math.
Oh, emotional damage. I very emotional damage. Okay. This one you must know. Can you take note of this Skill Future? Gavin, write for me Skill Future and Forward Singapore. Skill Future, Forward Singapore, and WSQ and WSG. Right now, send to everyone now. Please. I expect you to go and take a look.
What is the work stands for? The
Can you send? Can you send?
huh?
What you want?
Like what's after skills future?
Skill Future, WSQ, WSG, and Forward Singapore. Yeah, emotional damage. Thank you, Mian Mian. Understand what you mean. So helping SME. Why I talk like that? Okay, last one for me.
Helping SMEs, loan schemes from banks, Association of Small and Medium Enterprises, ASME, set up to provide enterprises with help, training, regular seminars and workshops, tax exemption for new companies.
So you see, Singapore make up about 70% right now. If you don't trust me, maybe you can Google it. You can type how many percentage of SMEs making up of the economy of Singapore. 70%. No? Do you know like Huawei or Oppo or those companies who are working here, they need this SME to support them in certain parts of the business. Okay, and they pay, you see, 90 million KD to SME for the answer. Do you know now SME, they also train staff to upskills and reskill and improve their productivities. So take note of this. Associates, please, if you can, go and Google it and go to the website and take a look, seriously. Because you know why, children? Whether you're going to Poly or JC, or even university, you will definitely need all these things here. You know why? Honestly, Gavin, do you prefer to work for people or start your own business? Be honest. Gavin.
Work for people.
Okay, Raymond?
I think I'm fine with either.
Well, choose one.
I think I will work for others.
Jia Ying, thank you.
Work for others.
I can't hear you.
Work
you say
for
something?
others.
Work for others. Work for people. Mian, do you prefer to work for people or start your own business? Why you put an old man like me? So Wang Kang, so I don't know what is her answer. You work for people or what? Okay. Wang Kang?
Start a business myself.
Okay. Then all the more you have to look through this one. Trust me. You need to know where to get the resources. You need to know how the government can give you grants to buy your machines, to buy your materials. Okay, to help you to reduce your taxes, to employ some professional people to help you in your business. Trust me, it's very important. Okay, thank you. May I have Jia Ying, please? Mei, can you read this one? Mei, I can't hear you. Come. Can you read to the class, please?
Spread investment across the world. Spread investment across the world allows for Singapore's growth to be made.
Here, like this one. Due to limited resources.
Due to limited resources, Singapore has to look overseas to achieve further growth. Regionalization, investing in countries with land, labor, and new markets, allows Singapore and the host country to grow and promotes development in the region. Spread investment across the world allows for Singapore's growth to be maintained even if markets and investment opportunities in one country is weakened.
Okay, so you look at this, allow Singapore. Okay, how about do you read China and Suzhou? I don't think so, right? You read China and Suzhou, you did that. Okay, spread across. Okay, you see, write down regionalization. That Singapore need to go region. Okay, you have to. If not, the market here is very saturated, very limited. Seriously, not enough. So in order to expand your business, you of course there's a risk. Everything you go to over like China, Suzhou, they were saying that initially the government in Singapore going there did not make much money, but now you see it's different. So every time when you go to other countries, there's always a calculated risk or even a big risk. But if you're able to cross this risk, of course you make it, you see, there will be more investment. Thank you, Mian. Can you read the next one, Mian? Mian, are you ready to read the next one, Mian? Mian, Thank you. We can't hear you, sorry.
Strategic location. Bangalore are highly accessible from other major cities. Skilled manpower. Karnataka state has abundant supply of skilled IT professionals. Supportive state government. Karnataka state government encourages foreign investment and supports business. Enhances Bangalore as India's technology center.
Thank you. So you see, children, all these countries already started to have their own IT infrastructures, their professional people. In fact, their salary is much cheaper than the one in Singapore. So how? So Raymond, no matter how well you study, you know, your salary will be maybe your one month salary might be able to employ 3 IT professionals there in Karnataka as well as in Bangalore. 3, no, your salary of $5,000 can employ 3 persons. So Jia, if you are the boss, of course you will employ the Bangalore, right? You will not employ Raymond. So how? So Raymond only can go there to become what? To start out his own business. Now, correct now? To employ people and then to sub it up and then to do the business. So how? You work for people, but you say, oh, sorry, Raymond, your salary is too high. Gavin, your salary is too high. I can't afford. So no choice. You have to set out your own, and then you yourself you have to pack your luggage and go to overseas and explore new ventures, new opportunities. That's how you work, children. You might work for 3-4 years in a big corporate company, which I was doing that. Okay. Then you enjoy, wow, people sometimes you got company dinner and dance, company send you for overseas trips, you know, pay expenses and all these things. I've seen it before, I got it before. But it's very stressful. If you cannot make it, you are fired. Are you able to take it? I cannot make it. Jia, due to health, I quit. I don't like the kind of office things, I quit. You see, I worked for a few years. I set up the whole company things, that IT stuff. I decided to quit. And one of them is because of retrenchment. You see? So this is to tell you how the things is. Very scary, you know. It's not only you. Now you understand, even you study very well, you are not able to have a good PR. You are not able to talk to people. You are not able to know what is branding and marketing. Very hard to survive in this world, okay? Sorry. I'm going to finish out another few more slides, then we move on to other things. Okay? So expanding markets, Ying.
Expanding market reach through economic cooperation. Due to our small population, we have a small domestic market. Economic and trade ties must be established with other countries to enable local companies to sell their goods to overseas markets. Signed free trade agreements.
Yeah. So because we are, you see, can you imagine, Jia, why do you think the US, the China, the Vietnams, the Japan, Russia, United Kingdom, why they want to do business with Singapore? A small country, nothing there. No natural resources. What's so big deal about us? Now you understand? We decide with us because we have a treat. We do not have the territory. Yeah, we have a good foundations of the what they call the law and orders, the educations, the infrastructures that we build. The most important thing, children, you have to take note, and you are going to hold this for the rest of your life, because Singapore is considered one of the best anti-corruption country. Agree? No corruptions. Seriously. Seriously. This is where your great-grandfather, your grandfather, your father, and myself has been preserved this value. So if you guys going to screw up for Singapore and become a corrupted country, nobody will want to put their dollars and cents, their children in this country. Trust me, nobody will want to. Why all the foreigners want to come to Singapore? Because Singapore is a safe haven, a very secure, a very smooth, very systematic, and no nonsense things. When it comes to law and order, we abide. Right? So Raymond, remember recently got this Indian guy who bring drugs to Singapore, and then he was supposed to hang, remember? And then because his IQ was very low, and then people was a petition, no, please don't hang, you are so cold-blooded. Remember this, Raymond? You know about this?
Oh, isn't it Malaysian?
Yeah, Malaysian guy came to Singapore. Okay. Then our law minister said, no, drugs has been very bad. And he even quoted this example, Raymond, the Opium War. Wow, all the Chinese people support it. Wow, well done, Mr. Shanmugam. And the worst thing is that the Dyson founder, Sir Richard Branson, want to challenge Shanmugam, say, wow, you all are Singapore government, how can you put death penalties on drugs? Hey guys, this is recording. Go and settle your own problem in United Kingdom first. Your racisms is already so high. True not, Raymond? They are so racist. Before you go and 管别人的家事，你管好你自己的家事啦，对吗？我们不随便 hang 人家嘞，对不对？ You are bringing drugs to Singapore to kill a lot and destroy a lot of people. Look at Opium War 1 and 2. Because of this Opium War, China lost Macau and Hong Kong. And now what happened? Now Hong Kong returned to China and all the Hong Kongers want to have independence, want to be liberties. 四个字啊，饮水思源啊。Okay? Hong Kong and Macau it still belongs to China, in my opinion. I know you're going to curse and swear me, some of you are listening there. But do you think Taiwan should return to China? Yes, but not now. Because I'm very open to you, Raymond. I do not support communist country. That is me. That is me. Even though now China is a so-called modified communist country. That is my ideology, Raymond. So we are discussing, Gavin, we are talking about ideologies, the communists and capitalists, and that is me. Okay, I love China. I love the place in China. I'm also from China, my ancestor. But I don't support communism. Unless one day China become democratic, and Raymond, it's not possible for China to change the government to non-communist. 中国太大. Look at Russia, overnight they changed from communism to democratic. You see that? The whole world, correct? So you see, you have to learn, these are all what you are studying is actually to manage in the company. 你明白吗，嘉怡? So this whatever you study is actually 真正的在你出来社会做工，你就会想到这些 humanity subjects. It's actually links to what you're going to 做人的道理，在做工的岗位。真的。I urge you to go and read The Art of War, 孙子兵法. In fact, a lot of Japanese company it's a must to read The Art of War for all their CEO. Okay. Okay, so now you know what is free trade agreements. A few more slides to go. Expansion of market. Mei, can you read this one for me, please? Mei, can you read this one for me? Gavin, can you read this one for me?
Benefits of free trade agreements. Enjoy more choice in goods and services. Standards will improve with increased foreign competition. Singapore companies can sell their goods overseas and increase their profits. Local companies find it easier to venture abroad.
You might think, Gavin, the moment you read, allowed to sell, because of this free trade agreement, you allowed Singapore to sell things overseas. Hey, doesn't make sense, right, Gavin? I thought this is a free world, you can trade anybody. No law, I'm so sorry, law. Because got this tariff tax, remember Uncle Raymond taught you before last month, got this value added tax. Because every countries are very protectionism. They want to protect. So imagine, if Korea is selling beef already, Japan also sell beef. Suddenly got New Zealand beef, Australian beef, American beef, China beef want to go to the country. Of course, they will set certain prices. Get it up. Because if they do that, Gavin, the farmer in the country, sayonara, 没有钱赚了，对不对? They will have a very big competition. So the free trade agreement is not easy. If you want to do all these things, I tell you, you are going to be very popular. And this topic is not easy to study in university, just to share with you. It's very huge and big in terms of finance. So if you are very good in math and calculations, honestly, this will be your cup of tea. I don't like to do this one. I'm so sorry. Okay, you asked me to talk about law, business law, criminal laws, yes, but not this kind of banking law. I die flat. Sorry, it's not my cup of tea. So this one must write down. Sorry, Gavin. This one must write down special economic zone. It came out in one of the SBQ or SRQ. I can't remember. Write down. Can you read, please? Yeah. Can you stop showing your 香港脚了, Xing Yan. So smelly. Okay, Gavin. Xing Yan, you better hand in your homework. Gavin.
Okay, he listened already. Yeah. Establishment of special economic zones. A geographical region in a country where there are less than economic laws. Zones of rapid economic growth by using tax incentives to attract foreign investments.
You know which country? We are talking about right now, Middle East. Middle East. Middle East, usually they got free tax, got no corporate tax. They encourage them to trade there, to have business there, because they want to improve their economies. Okay? Right, thank you. Raymond, next, your turn.
5. Managing resources efficiently. A. Developing people. Promoting local entrepreneurship and technopreneurship. Promoting continuous learning among the workforce. B. Attracting foreign talent. C. Managing the environment, such as managing limited land resources, cooperation with regional and international organizations, as well as public education.
Yes, public education, we are talking about volunteerism, philanthropies. We are talking about governments who give public awareness, like thinking about the aging population, set up community services, homes for the poor, for the orphanages, or for the old folks home. Now, right now, these two entrepreneurships are being a businessman. Technopreneurship, of course, you know, right? Using technology, like for example, Raymond, you want to start an apps company, but you do not have the money. You go and knock on the door of the government. They say, government, can you lend me $100,000? The government will lend you to $70,000. Example, then they'll say, okay, what is your proposal of your these apps? So Raymond, maybe your this app says that, or this app will be taking care of the aging population, especially for example, if this senior got dementia, if he's out of the home, and if you wear this watch tag, the loved one will be able to track the mom who is having dementia. At the same time, this alert will also alert to the Singapore Police Force to show that, oh, this person has been missing or writing around this area. Now, what if, Raymond, she accidentally lost the watch and then you room without the watch, correct? Then how? Don't worry. Then you can say you can put a microchip embedded here, look here, embedded in the skin here. A small chip embedded inside here. So, of course, it all depends on whether the loved one want to embed this chip inside the mummy's hand, right? But because of safety and security reason, maybe they don't mind. This is your technology breakthrough. So far, nobody do that. Even better still, even you got the map now can track, and then as the police people will know, okay, calling police officer Gavin Liu, now we got these old ladies at this botanic gardens, even can tell you which lamppost or which tree, or the map show you. So these apps will help to reduce missing person, to reduce people who are dementia, who are lost. So definitely people will buy your these products. Not only in Singapore, right, Raymond? Dementia don't run in Singapore, right? It's across the whole world. It can be in Europe. And what happens if Europe want to buy this product? Singapore technology develops a lot of military weapons. And last time when I was NS, Raymond, I used M16, which is the rifle of the Americans. Today, when you go for national service, they're using the SAR. They call the section assault rifle, which is specially designed and built in Singapore. And if you watch the National Day parade, some of the vehicles was manufactured by the Singapore technologies. Now you get it? So this is where don't tell yourself, hey, after graduate, what can I do? If you can work for the government, trust me, not only you can get scholarship, you get a good opportunity, you can get a good portfolio. The moment you work, Raymond, imagine you're an officer. Let's say you go in the national service for 3 years, you sign on, you become Captain Miao, okay, at the age of 30. I can tell you, bro, The moment you come out from army, people were waiting for you. Can you join my company? You know why? One of my ex-classmate now is a lieutenant colonel. He's now working in Comfort Delco, driving center as a CEO. Same age with me. Yeah, Jiayi, during the when we were JC, he's so crazy that he literally memorized the whole dictionary. That crazy, So 我也不要输他嘛. I also read the dictionary, but 我读 first 10 pages only. That's why I'm not a scholar. I'm not kidding, Wang Kang, seriously. Okay, I look at him, wow, then I read until 10 pages, I give up. You know what I do? I go and memorize my history. Okay, fair. So I spend opportunity cost. I go and read my history because my history is behind my cupboard. My China history is very, very thick. This is how I memorize my history. You see those highlighted in orange? You cannot see. You see the one highlighted in orange? I memorize the whole thing. Can you see that? 1987, my name. That's my textbook for my A level, okay? Okay, let's close the door. So don't give up. So whatever you are doing now actually will help you. Now let's go, Raymond.
Developing people, promoting local entrepreneurship and technopreneurship. With globalization, business competition will increase. Singapore needs more local entrepreneurs to take risks and come up with products to compete with global competitors.
Thank you. So please take note, next year, when you are getting your O-level result, please choose your course wisely. Okay, seriously, you have to choose wisely because that particular course will link you to your university. So Uncle Raymond already know, when I was in Set 1, I really know I want to do history for the rest of my life and literature. So I'm not interested in math at all. Seriously, I hate maths quite a lot. So my maths was sucked, but I managed to pass a B3. I hate math. I passed my math. So when I go to JC, my A maths.
Wait, you pass A math or E math?
I passed E maths. I was about to say my A maths, I got E8.
Wait, you take A math? You take A math?
I know what is dy dx, okay?
Oh, you take A math?
Yes.
Oh, it's A math part.
I just don't like math. You tell me whatever math is this, I don't like. But I enjoy dy dx at Wang Kang. You all do A maths? Anyone do A maths? Raymond, do you do A maths?
Yeah. I would say up to now AMF is
I love
pretty.
I love dy dx, the differentiation. But I hate.
Oh, so easy.
I hate logarithms.
So easy.
I know logarithm is the easiest for you, children, because you got a calculator. You know, my time, I do not have a calculator. I have to use the logbook. So, Jiayin, can you imagine? I have to use the logbook to check the L, log 10, log 5, logarithms. But now you press your calculator, can come out already. So that is why I hate math. So my generation got no calculator, I'm telling you. Okay, that is how bad it is in the 1980s. So that's me. Why you send this to me? Oh, the MICE facilities. Thank you. It's very interesting. I sent to the class now.
Whoa, MICE facilities.
Yeah, okay. So thank you for this sharing, Mimin. So take note of this, whatever you do next year, really have to choose your course wisely. If not, you're going to jeopardize. So I'm surprised. I never want to take my degree in business IT, but end up doing business IT. I'm supposed to do my law, okay? But then because of that, when I was doing my law, the government changed the policy. I'm supposed to go for my London law already, but too bad. So I pull out, I joined this because after that, they don't accept external law degree from University of London. So I have to change to do other things. 有时候啊 ，Gavin， 人算不如天算。不然今天我就是一个 lawyer 了 but too bad 了 ，maybe God's will 了。Okay, let's go to next one here. This one is very important, children. Wait, let me go for my. So we talked about this already. We talked about this environment. Then this one here, guys, take note now. There's a quick one here. Political and economical. So this is a super important. If you can print this out, it will be very, very useful for me. I mean, Gavin, will you mind, since you are in the history, anyone here in this doing history? Besides Gavin, or geography? Nobody doing history. Okay, Gavin, please read this. It's going to be very helpful in your history. Let's go. You just do this. Political issue having a then you do this. No need to read this one. Go.
Okay, political issues having either a good or bad leader, management, internal, anything that has got to do with the government. Example, volatility of the situation implicates level of support for the government. Political stability, external, sovereignty, power and an independent country has to control itself. Example, airspace, infringe sovereignty.
Remember recently, Raymond, the US plane was flying to the airspace of China, and then the Malaysia's airplane was flying to Singapore airspace or vice versa. Carry on.
Annexation, conquer, attack, invade, intervene others is a wrong move.
So all the words I put there already. So you can use for history like Hitler, the Stalins, the Cold War, get it up, the Cuban Missile Crisis, the North and South Korea War, Korean War, 全部在里面. Economics, let's go. That doesn't mean Jia Ying and Wang Gang, you all cannot use this. You all can use it in your English paper for writing essay as well for social study later on. Or even you can use this for your A-levels. Kevin, please do not share with your classmate of this. Seriously, do not share. Carry on, Kevin.
Okay, economic issues, resources, money, machines, and materials.
Now you understand my 5M? This is 1M, this is 3M, and this is another M. Correct? Realize that? Okay, go.
These are issues that affect the development of the country. Money development, livelihood.
Money for development.
Oh, money for development, livelihood. Machines and materials to build infrastructure, i.e. hospitals, roads, defense, schools, airports, seaports, and housing. Every country needs to generate and grow the economy to have a good gross domestic products, GDP, and good export trading with other countries with the Free Trade Agreement, FTA.
Okay. Gross domestic product, 记住, every country have to talk about GDP. So Raymond, if you are doing economics for A level, this GDP, you better know it. I tell you, Jia, when I was doing my A level of economics, I hate statistics. I told you I hate math. That's why my econs are no good. But my essay was good. So when it comes to GDP, I will never forget. I can't remember what is gross domestic until I was get scolded by my lecturer. So I did not, after many years later, I have to go back to these 3 words. So this 3 words is very important to every country. I'm serious. To every single country, because this is talking about the purchasing and the spending power. Carry on. Next one, last but not least, my dear.
Social issues, manpower, anything that has got to do with people's well-being and able to live comfortably.
Yes.
Issues affect the individual's life. Issues such as education, healthcare, employment, and housing affects people's well-being. Healthcare, education, housing, and food and social welfare services. Economic problems of individuals often lead to social problems. Example, unemployment of individual causes one to have no money for education, healthcare, etc. Corporate corrupted and dishonest leader will lead to high taxes and negligence to the welfare of the citizens.
So it was dated on the 27th of April 2016. That was my mom's birthday, man. Oh gosh, I didn't know. Okay, so how many years ago? 9 years already, huh? So Gavin, I won't be surprised next time Xing Yuan will be using this. Because so this one will never change. True not, Jia Yi? Will never true. Because it has been 2016 until now. You never change. Because this only will change here and there is depending on the government. True not, Wang Kang? It's how the government do. You see, PS. Okay, take note, huh? So now we're going to do this on SRQ. Okay, these are the words, please take note now. Will be super useful for you for your English paper, as well for your GP, as well as for your oral, trust me. About, because, for, those, above. Ready? Gavin, I was about to tell you that fat old ugly Uncle Raymond, because he has no hair on his head. So for whatever reason, he decided to put a wig. Though after putting the wig, he looks very nice, but above all, it still looks ugly. I'm using all this here. Okay. So how are we going to use one kind of choose any point?
Can I ask what's the difference between through and though?
True is dove, true is go through.
No, I mean like though.
Dove as in as a matter of fact, even dove. Okay, dove. Okay, let me use Chinese. 虽然如此，虽然如此，对吗？
Okay, you form a sentence.
Though I don't like 绵绵 but still I would like to teach her. 虽然如此，我要这样，我不喜欢绵绵。虽然如此，我不喜欢绵绵，还是怎么讲的华文？我可能讲错啊。虽然如此，我对绵绵的好感不好，可是我还是会教她。Example 啦 ，OK， 因为她比我漂亮。
喜欢我吗？
Example, I'm okay. Though Galvin looks more chubby than me, I still like to see his chubby face. Though Singapore economy was slow for the past 3 years, we are able to be above the GDP of 3%. Get it? Get it now? For whatever reason, for the past 3 years, Singapore has went through a lot of ups and downs. Though we did not make it for the past 3 years with good result, we are here till we are beyond than other people's economics result. Okay, so realize all these words here can use for your oral, can use for anything. Please, and some of the words are being selected by one of the professors who has selected, and I add in a few, of course. It's 155 words. I don't see why you cannot. And by the way, Gavin, you ask the person behind you, he's going to use this. Okay, Gavin, your brother is going to use this to form sentences. Yeah, are you using those words? Min Min?
Sorry, what?
You sent something to me.
I'm trying to make use of the connectors.
Yes, well done, good girl, very good. Yes, 明白吗? So you will not lost words how to use it. Wang Kang, don't share, okay? Don't share with anybody. Jia Yi, okay? So now you don't give me excuses, any one of you, that I don't know how to add in. So you see, every day you can say any sentences. So you use all these to use connector, and this come at the right appropriate time to do what?
Wait, what is the bona something I saw?
Bona?
No, like scroll up, yeah.
Bona?
I saw the what? The bona something. What?
Is that Bona? I
No,
think I
like you
changed.
like scroll up, like more up. Huh? I saw it just now.
Okay, don't have, this one don't have, okay, move on. This one 啊，
How which one?
这个吗？是不是这个字？
是
这个字吗？
不是是下面。哦呀，bona fide。哎呀
Bona fide. It's bona fide. It's not bona fide, okay? It's bona fide. Okay,
like
something
is
that
that
is
even a
good.
word?
Huh?
Is that even a word?
It's a word, my dear. It's a word. You know there's a word called deja vu? Have you heard this word deja vu? Yeah. Okay. I call everybody dear, okay? Yes, my dear. Okay, that's how. You see this word ik also. Okay, and paradigm shift. All right, dear. Not you. Everyone, dear. Okay. Now, all the words come in the right time. Okay, let's be serious. Huh? Thanks for asking the bona fide. And we are doing the SVQ here. This is the one. Please pay attention. So we've got a couple of minutes. This is super important. And this will help you in SRQ. I don't care what your teachers use, what method for your SRQ. This is my method for SRQ. So please pay attention. And I'm going to share with you my methods of structure response questions. Okay, please do not interrupt you. Whatever you want to do, please pay attention. So what is taxi? So structure response questions means you ought to select your keywords well, react well on your extracts with good evidence. And Q stand for quest for the right empirical answer. Empirical answer means an answer that is really paramount important, that is makes sense, that is with strong evidence, like in the court case. Now, T stand for what? Remember, you use taxi now. Take note, huh? This will be your formula for your SRQ. Are you ready? Raymond? Gavin? Okay. T stand for the time factors when this extract happens. Okay. We're going to do it next lesson. Next lesson, you must have your textbook on page 132. Do you have a textbook right in front of you now? Page 132. If you do have, that will be good. We'll use that example, but don't worry, I will do have this in fact here. So A stand for the audience. There are total 20 different types of audience. Trust me, every extract will have an audience. Gavin, where are you going? Oh, thank you. Okay, page 132. If you look at page 132. Okay, then what do we have here? These are all the audience. Take note, every extract must have audience, and then explain using the DEERL. D stand for describe, explain with evidence and expressions, result, and link back to the question. So for example, describe, Uncle Raymond was very happy to see his childhood friend. Okay, explain why, because this childhood friend has helped him when he was down, when he was being bullied. Okay, example, one day when he was playing basketball and football, the whole group of people bully him and whack him. This is true, no? This is very true, no? I was being attacked by a group of boys, seriously, and kicked my private part some more. Okay, I'm telling you, that bad, until he came and saved me. So what is the third E? How you express? I feel being what? Not neglected. I feel that I was being, there's someone who cared for me. I express my love to him as a good brother. 难兄难弟. A friend in need is a friend indeed. 不是很肉麻，绵绵，因为你身在福中不知福，你的家庭背景好，不像我这个背景，我的背景一个字叫做烂。So what is the result? As a result, 现在我朋友烂。As a result, my 朋友有难 right? I'm there to go and help him, and it's true. So link back.
那万一你没有朋友怎么办？
我是觉得猪朋狗友太多也是没有用，最重要要有一个真心朋友。你有100个，
那如果一个都没有，
这样的那个绵绵 is a good question， 就是说那个人他的 EQ 跟 PR 不好了，对不对？不可能世上就没有一个朋友。三国演义你看关羽这么 serious 他都有2个结拜兄弟，对吗？对吗？曹操这么烂的人都会有人跟他做朋友诸葛亮也是
我以前在小学的时候就一个都没有
一定会有的。
没有。
曹操一定会有的。OK， 我不要讲关羽呢，刘备呢，对吗？张飞呢，对吗？
谁呀？
一定会有的。你不懂谁是张飞啊 ？Oh my God, Raymond, seriously？ 张飞跟刘备是卖粽子的。 All right, man， 你上过演艺啊？
我没有读过，sorry。
你一定要读啊。Okay, so okay, get it out. Jia Ying, the DERL. It makes sense. I know my method. This method is a pretty long. Gavin, the method also can use in your history SEQ, because I use this method for my SEQ. So last but not least is the issue. Okay, can I move on now? I don't want to take too long of your time. Next page. So this is 8 to 7 marks. We know that, Okay, paragraph 1. Always must write about 3 paragraphs. Okay, this one I'll give you more details. Now this is the one. Why we use taxi? Jia Ying, can you read this one? What does taxi do to help a person? So what does this taxi got to do with extract 1, 2, and 3? So literally when you're taking a taxi, let's go. Step 1.
Step 1, flag or call or grab to go destination. Step 2, driver start to calculate the amount to pay for the destination. Step 3, journey begins, sometimes shortcut, long cuts, traffic jams or accidents. Step 4, direct driver to alight you at the right spot. Step 5, pay the exact amount and journey.
This is where you take a taxi, but how can this taxi use in your SRQ? Back to you. So you see, look, guys, look, Wang Kang and all of you look. So step 1, flag or call your Grab to go to the destination, then start the journey, all these things. This is a 5 step, the actual taxi that you're taking. But how can this taxi use in your SRQ? Step 1.
Step 1,
Jia Ying,
Step 1, select the
I
exact.
can't hear you.
Step 1, select the extract to do.
Is it true? Like you select a taxi that you want to take a hop in, right? Correct or Okay, step 2.
Step 2, you start to plan your journey to right.
Agree? The taxi driver, 小姐你要去哪里？对不对？我要去樟宜机场。Okay, so the journey start right.
Yeah, allocation of marks. Step 3, 3 paragraphs, just like
GPS, global positioning system, using so then how.
so then, yeah.
So for
Step-
example, Jia Ying, let's say your parents 要去机场了，你有 license, right? So 你 either could go by 看你住哪里，在新加坡 right? If you are living in Jurong, you go by TPE or KJE or CTE, correct? But then when you look at the GPS, then you know that this KPE got accident, jam. 可是你妈妈跟爸爸要赶去坐飞机啊 so you have to route to another route, right? It may be a longer route, but you will cut away from traffic jam. Now you get it? So when you're doing this kind of question in SRQ, you also use it. I told you, right, Jia Ying and Wang Kang and Mian Mian and Gavin and Raymond, whatever I'm teaching you now, I want to make sense that it works in real life. Then you know that doing SRQ, what you're doing now is actually planning in real life. Okay? So step 4.
Step 4, make sure you use the contextual
I
knowledge.
can't hear you. Make what?
Make sure you use the contextual knowledge well and choice of words.
Correct now. So when you see when you are driving to your destination, you make sure you go look at your front screen, your side mirror, these are 2 side mirror. Make sure you drive safely. Number 5.
Time management.
Time management. Okay, thanks, because I can't hear you. So now, same thing for O-level students. Okay, so first paragraph. So what is the first point? Well described with example and well explained. So be 6 marks using here. You might be looking at this slide here very confused. Never mind. Later we'll give you the actual one, then you will see. Second paragraph, then the next point to talk and compare. And the second factor is also the same thing. So the third paragraph, it will be how to conclude. That means you have to weigh which one is good or bad. That is for 8 marks questions. And then your campaign, poster, whatever you have, you'll talk about it. Okay, this is an 8 marks question. You need 3 paragraphs. So this one, you look at this one here. Then SS page 132. Okay, do you think the role of religion is more important than social economic status in shaping one identity, which is more important in shaping an individual identity? This is usually 8 marks questions. So using taxi. So you describe, explain how the role of religion shapes individual identity with evidence. Express the feeling as a result, religion is important in shaping one identity. Time equal to modern day.
International organization.
Huh? What organization? Okay, so time is a modern day, correct now? Is it true? Gavin, if you are looking at a textbook, is it true time is modern day? If you have the textbook in front of you, audience will be Singapore, Singaporeans, and governments. Okay, you can have the third party that you can add in foreigners who are coming to Singapore. Explain religion. Issue got to do with issue what? Is it issue 1? Get it now? Wang Kang, do you see that? Okay, so we are using text C. So paragraph 2, the same, describe, explain social economic status, social shapes individual identity, express the feeling as a result. So one of them is religion, that's the first paragraph. The second paragraph is social economic status. It's also important in shaping one identity. Time, also modern day, audience the same. Explain so that you will not go haywire, you will not go in the wrong content. So you know, first paragraph is religion, second paragraph is social economy, because the question is social economy important or religions. Okay, so about social economy. Then the third paragraph, state which of the two is more important in shaping individual. Remember your 8 marks, you must weigh one of them. So you must put like that. What is more important than in shaping? So religion is more important than social economic status in shaping one identity. So Uncle Raymond answer, religion is more important than social economic status in shaping one's identity because religion is the fundamentals and the roots to bond one race and identify one's true identity, especially in a multiracial country like Singapore. That is your conclusion. Then you'll get that 1 mark. Very sad, huh? Can you imagine, Gavin? Your conclusion only got 1 mark. Yeah, Uncle Raymond is Uncle LOL, thank you. And also Uncle Raymond, you should say that as maybe Uncle Sexy Raymond. Yeah, you will show, oh my God. Wangka, when you read this one, next week we'll cover more. Okay, I expect you next week, if you can, bring your textbook. If not, I think I have my text. I'm so sorry. Sorry? Norton, Wangka. So we are using DEERL. Let's read, go.
The role of religion is important in shaping one's identity.
No. The role, this one, start again. Sorry. Because it's lagging. One more time.
The role of religion is important in shaping one's identity. This is especially true in Singapore as a multiracial society.
So I'm describing the role. I'm describing the role of religion. Now I'm going to explain.
A religion is an organized collection of attitudes, beliefs, practices, worldviews, and often worship of a single or multiple gods. Most religions embody a set of shared core beliefs and practices. Okay, so I describe what is the role of religion. Sorry, every time you finish, I use the describe. So the first one, I describe what is the role of religion. Okay, can you explain in more detail? So I already explained a religion is blah, 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 this. Also, now can you show me the evidence? Back to you. Some of the religions in Singapore include Buddhism, Christianity, Hinduism, and Islam. For example, Muslims do not eat pork due to the teachings of the religion Islam.
Evidence. Okay, so if I'm a Muslim, how do I feel myself staying in Singapore like a multiracial? Will I be ostracized? Will I be being rejected? Will I be feel racism?
Yes.
Or this is recording, no? Be careful what you say. Oh, this is recording, okay? So expression, how I feel. Back to you, Wang Kang.
Hence, the government gives the Singaporeans the freedom to practice their beliefs in their own ways. It's encouraged and they feel safe and secure to contribute in their own way to Singapore.
Oh, like that I feel very happy already.
Development in
So I can
technology.
practice my Hari Raya. Can you mute if you want to do your math? Sorry. So I feel expressive, very feel good. I don't feel being outcast. I don't feel being left out. So as a result,
these beliefs shape the way we interact, evolve, and intertwine with each other, with others. The choices we make in our thinking to make us stronger and better for Singapore.
So I will feel good. I will encourage all my friends who stay in other countries who want to migrate to Singapore. I will use this example to tell them. To link back to your last paragraph.
Therefore, religions play an important role in shaping our identity as they influence our way of life and the choices we make.
Okay, so today we just stop here for religions first. The next week we will cover more of this one here because I want to give you a head start. Okay, just a quick one. Raymond, how do you find your dear?
What?
Your dear?
Excuse me?
Obviously, Jia Ying, he thought I'm calling him dear. 亲爱的，讨厌，死鬼。你不要坐在那椅子，绵绵要从那椅子掉下来，讨厌，死鬼。我这是送公公嘛。你知道什么是爹吗？
这老爸有，为什么你把每个人当做你亲人一样？
当然是吗？因为我是 Uncle Raymond 啊。讨厌。Okay, Raymond, joke aside, what is dear? Now you sound like I said, using this method, describe, explain, evidence. Do you think it's good?
I mean, it's what do you mean? It's a format, so I would say.
No, based on what you see now. I know your school
Yeah,
will
it's
give
pretty
you,
useful.
I know your school will give you this certain method, so
Yeah.
SRQ, right? What is your school method?
Our school is just like
technology, demand factor.
Yeah. Can you unmute now, please? Every time you mention. Sorry, Raymond.
our school is just like how to say. They
PEL.
just let us use like the PO format or
Lucky you PEL, no. Some school go PEE. Serious. Some school go PEE, no L. So now got PEL. Okay, Gavin and Raymond, you're both using PEL, right? Gavin? Okay, Wang Kang, what method do you use for SRQ?
I also physics. I have physics also.
I'm sorry, we are not talking about physics here, my dear. Oh my goodness, seriously. Jia Ying, 她走我路. Oh my God, serious. Wang Kang, what method are you using?
PO.
Also PL, Okay, so do you think this is good?
Yeah, it's more like detail.
More detail. You know what now, girl? My students say, Uncle Raymond, 你很长气嘞, very long-winded嘞. 这么啰嗦. Then I told the student, not one. I got some student using Sailor. SAILOR. Go and find out what is SAIL. My goddaughter using Sailor. Then I thought Sailor Moon. 那个 Japanese Sailor Moon. I got some Sailor, I got some different acronyms. Okay, so after that, when they go to JC and Poly, they find that these methods are very useful for your GP. You know GP, right? General paper. Okay, so Jia Ying, what method do you use? Thanks, Wang Kang. Jia Ying, what method do you use?
PEL also.
I can't hear you, sorry.
PEAL.
PEAL. PEAL.
PEL.
Sorry, you're lagging. I can't hear you.
PEAL.
Did you say T? I can't hear really.
PAL.
Oh, PL. Okay. How about you, Mian Mian? What method your teacher teach you for SRQ?
PEL, but can use date L also.
Huh?
Date L. DEADL.
DEADL. Like that. Date L.
Yeah.
How you do it?
Like
Describe.
I don't know, like describe and then describe, explain advantages, disadvantages, link,
And link.
something like that.
Correct. Okay. Oh, yes. You see? Thanks. This date L will be good also to use in for argumentative essay. Okay, advantages and disadvantages. But of course, if you are doing argumentative essay, there's different ways of doing it. Okay, so I don't want to delve with it. So this is my method. I hope it will help you not only for your SRQ, for Gavin. This one will be straight away.
Better technological.
Yeah, this poor girl, I think 是真的走火入魔，真的可怜的，哇！Raymond， 他很可怜。等一下买一杯咖啡给他好，谢谢。Okay, so Gavin, this one will definitely be very useful for your history. Trust me, very useful. Okay, next time you need help, you just let me know. Okay, so I just stop here for today's lessons. Okay, I will continue for the next slide 8 and 9, and I'll tell you how it weighs. I will even give you a full essay. If I have a chance, a full essay of dear, okay, I call dear. All right, so Thank you, everyone.